What? You don't agree with me? Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Hey, you come to the right place. I love it when people don't agree with me. Let me clarify some of this a little bit. I don't know if I was born that way or the Marines did it to me. But I tell you, the Marines got a funny philosophy. And that is, if you don't agree, you say something. That's one of the things I did like about the Marine Corps. They knew that they didn't have things completely figured out. And so what they would do is they would come up with this real cool idea. Let's invade Vietnam. And instead of telling you how to do it, that they tell you the goal. And then that goal is broke down to the next level, and to the next level, and to the next level. Now, I can't go do something like that by myself, but at my level, they will say, hey, you see that hill over there? Take that hill. And then, no problem. We have a problem when they say, okay, now I want you to do this at this time and do that at that time. Now we have a problem because you're not the one that's going to take that hill. And you're coming up with all these real cool ideas that are going to get me killed. So they don't go that way. They just take that hill. And then it comes to our level, and then we talk about how we're going to take that hill. So, in other words, if they were to say, hey, take that hill, do it this way, do it that way, and then everybody just stood around and went, oh, okay, maybe that's what we're going to do. You're going to start losing people left and right. You're not taking people that have knowledge and you're learning from that knowledge. You're just giving them orders. That's not the way to do it. When you start just telling people what to do, you're taking their incentive to improve. You're taking their incentive to grow and develop into leaders. And all of my businesses, I've always tried to get people to make the decision. Because what happens when you start telling people, do this, do that, then you got to stand over them and make sure they do this and do that. If you tell them, we want to make a damn good product and the product will be this, and we want to make it in a short amount of time, let them use their imaginations. Let them do something and figure out how to do it and do it right. You're going to get much better products like that. I do, and now we're right back to, you hear me talk about the three-man militia. Okay, the three-man militia is the same thing. You three know each other. You three know what you're capable of doing. Whatever the situation is, one of you three will have some idea what to do. Even if it is, go over there and listen to those people. One of you will know how to do that. And you will be growing. And that's what the three-man militia is. You learn different kinds of stuff. And then, like I say, in your little three-man group, you can kind of debate different things. Which is the right way of doing something? Let's take on this project. We've already done that. Let's take on this. You know, and then so you've learned how to communicate with each other. You learn how to make decisions. And you're doing that at a small, easy level. So when the time gets difficult, then you'll be able to make these decisions a lot easier, because you've already done the easy decisions. Now they're going to start getting a little more difficult. Now, this is what I say. I hate it when people agree with me, and I don't agree with anybody. I never agree with anybody, but I love to listen to what they have to say, and I want to know what it is that we're going to be doing, why, and how. And now I had my ideas before we started. Now I listen to them and I think, wow, that sounds like leadership. Sounds like somebody that knows something. Those are the people that I follow. Those are the people I stand next to. That is the way you give orders. You should have enough confidence in what it is that you're saying that you don't mind it when somebody questions what you have to say. I love it when somebody questions what I say. Even on my Hoi Chi, when I'm working on the body, I will find spots on the body and I will tell you what I think it is. And I want you to tell me, well, no, that's not what it is. It's this or this or this. I want you to tell me that, because I learn. I'll tell you, I have never learned anything from anybody that agrees with what I say, or what I know or what I think. I never learn anything from that. I learn from people with different ideas, and that's the way we all learn. So there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone, and there's nothing wrong when somebody disagrees with you. Now, I will admit, in a combat situation, remember I told you, in the Marines we did 3-man fire teams. Now, once we made the decision, and once we know what's going to happen, and once we know what we're going to do, now that's it for arguing. Now, when somebody says duck, you duck. You don't say why. All the decision making has been made. Now you follow orders. And I don't know how to say it, but I think that's kind of the way I run my life, kind of like that same way. Even with my wife. When she says duck, no, not really. I say why. And unless we have everything all worked out. Then once everything is worked out, I will do. But like I say, I've used that same mindset on business. I've used the same mindset in combat situations. When I know I'm getting ready to get into a situation, and then whoever's with me, I'll let them know, well, we're going to be driving through Mexico, and this kind of stuff could be happening, and these are the kind of things that we're going to have to do to counter these other things. And then that's the time to question me and figure out what we're going to be using for weapons and how we're going to do it, and get everything all figured out. That's the time. Now, once the bandits got the car surrounded, that's not the time to look at me and say, well, hey, what are we going to do now? You're screwed. So, in other words, you listen to the plan, you question the plan. There's nothing wrong with questioning the plan. If it's a good plan, if it's a good sound plan, there's nothing wrong with questioning it. That's why I love it. I got all these videos out coming up with all these really, really weird, strange ways of doing things. And I just love it when people question it. Because some things they've questioned and I think, wow, hey, I never thought of it like that. And that's cool. And then there's other times when people say, well, there's no way. And I think it's funny because no way, that's what I've been doing. And now you tell me there's no way, it's not possible. Now you tell me that when I've been doing the impossible all this time. Because, like I say, I share what I do, right or wrong. And like I say, question it. And when I talk about it, this is what I did. I'll tell you if it's a good idea or a bad idea. I'll tell you how it worked out. I try to tell you the situation so you can kind of figure out what's going on when this particular kind of thing happened. But anyway, the main thing is don't be scared to ask questions. And when somebody's questioning you, don't take offense from them questioning you. They either don't understand or they have a better idea. And even if it's a better idea, hey, you're going to look good. You've changed the plan to a better plan, and it made you look good. So keep that in mind. Don't get upset. Don't let your feathers get all ruffled when somebody questions you. And give people the opportunity to ask you questions. There's nothing wrong with it. And like I say, if you are in your job or your play or even your three-man militia, and people take offense when you question things, I would think you probably need to go down the road. Quit your job, go find something else, because you're doing like I always told everybody in my businesses. I give them stuff to do and all this stuff. I let them question me and all this, but a lot of times they'll say, well, no, they want to do it just this way. I say, no, you can do it any way you want, just as long as you get this done, this kind of thing, like this kind of stuff. And I say, if I want it done a certain way, I would have got a monkey. I'd let a monkey do it. They won't question. I just train them to do this certain thing, and then that's it. They don't have to do no thinking. But I got you because I want you to think. I want you to do a better job. I want you to improve. I want you to make me look good. So think. Think about whatever the plan is. Come up with some suggestions. It's going to make you look good by questioning if whoever it is giving you orders got any sense. And because I say, well, this person's really taking their job serious. This person really knows what's going on. And that's what you want. You want to take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility for your job. Take responsibility for your actions. If something is what I talk about immoral, well, ask them, hey, that kind of sounds immoral. Is there some kind of moral logic to this? Or is this one of these things we're just trying to show our power? Or are we morally right? This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.